Welcome to the Freelance Unlocked Behind the Scenes series, where I'm showcasing the amazing people who will be at a Freelance Unlocked Conference, the first and the best conference for freelancers that is made with love, and it will take place in Berlin on May 14th, 15th, 2025. If you are a freelancer in Europe, it's an event made for you to learn, exchange experiences, and build your network of great freelancers and experts who move the freelance economy forward. So go to freelanceunlocked.com and grab your ticket right away. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Freelance Unlocked, and my guest is Jan-Ole Fürl, the founder of Investano.de, an academy focused on financial education for freelancers. So, hello, Jan-Ole.
Hi, nice to meet you, Yuri.
I'm always was interested in investing, never take a single step, but I will ask you everything right now. Okay, not really everything, but most of the questions. But let's start with the first one. So tell me a little about your freelance journey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, before starting my freelance journey, I spent many years in working as a leader in IT department for large companies like Deutsche Telekom and the Otto Group, so in Germany, because I live in Germany. During that time, I managed teams with up to 50 people and worked in many agile projects. This was always my focus on agile projects and in IT projects. And we often collaborating with a lot of external freelancers. So this gave me the deep understanding of the challenges and opportunities that freelancers are faced with. Yeah. And over the time, I really realized that with freelancers, they bring some incredible skills for projects. Yeah, many struggle with financial planning, with investing, and that's what you said. And this inspired me to leave the corporate world and focus on helping freelancers to achieve financial freedom and financial independence. And my goal is to empower them, and with the tools and the knowledge, they need to build some health and enjoying the freedom of freelancing, because they are freelancers and they go on to be free, and now they work by their own every time. And so I'm here to change that exactly.
There is this joke that I'm a freelancer right now, so I can work whenever I want, even during night.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's the
24/7.
point. Yeah.
Okay, so give me a sneak peek into what you'll be talking about on the Freelance Unlocked stage.
Yeah. On the Freelance Unlock stage, I will be sharing some actionable insights. That's the point, into how freelancers can achieve their financial independence. I said that before, and I'm using my personal FREI method. FREI is a German word. You can translate it with free, yeah, but it's not the same wording. I also discussed common investing myths that hold freelance back and explore how emerging trends like AI and automatization are shaping the future of investing. And so on detail, I think I will tell you the strategy later, but maybe that's an overview of that's what I will do there on the stage.
I'm curious, what sparked your initial interest in financial markets?
Yeah, that's that's a good question. My interest started at 2008 with the financial crisis. Yeah, I think that was that was incredible time. And at that time, I was closely following the global markets. Yeah, because it was very amazing to see the all the indices are falling down every day, and I noticed that incredible recovery. Yeah, that's the point, and the high returns that followed after these years. And this made me curious about how can I create some wealth? Yeah. How can I be part of that? And I realized that financial markets was a good way to build some wealth. And I think that's a powerful tool, but I don't know how to do. Yeah. I don't know what's the next step, and I don't know what can I do. And I realized that financial markets are not only for the large and the institutional traders, it's also a good chance for the private equity and for the private investors. And my interest was to know this market, build some education, and have a good way to create some wealth with the financial markets. And I realized that was the best way to do this. And but this critical skill, what I need, was most missing in the educational system. big part of the German educational system. I don't know it's better in other countries, but in Germany, that's a big thing. We missed in our educational system the financial education, and that motivated me to learn everything I could. And yeah, now I'm 20 years later, and I can give that to all the people who don't know how to invest on the financial markets.
I feel like it's not only in German educational system. I feel like it's
Yeah.
in many systems that they are not talking about financial, about business skills, about interpersonal skills, like how to communicate with humans, etc. So, yeah, but I feel like it's a totally another topic for totally
That's another topic.
for 3 hours podcast.
Yeah, but it's so important. And that's the one key thing that we have to change in our politics and in other minds, that this one, yeah, you pay a lot of taxes and you pay a lot of taxes for income in Germany. And with this money, you pay already taxes, then you have to invest you have to take this money to invest, and then you pay a not. Then you pay a second time your interests and in taxes. So that's incredible. Yeah, that's really crazy.
Yeah, and not that many people know about that. And you also talked about some misses. So I'm curious, what are some common money or investing myths that you see freelancers believe?
Yeah. One common myth is that the investing is too risky or too complicated for freelancers. Yeah, that's sort of the basic one. Yeah, and you have irregular income. Yeah, that's a point for freelancers, and that's a big point, especially in this time. And another belief is that you need a high income to start with investing. Yeah, and that's not true. These myths prevent freelancers from taking the first step toward to building their wealth. And the truth is that it's with good planning and with strategies like diversification and automation, everyone can invest successfully. And I tell you exactly what to do and will find your way. And that's a special one. I find your way, not the way that all of the people go. Then every people is different, and every people has need another strategy, and we find your way to go and reach your goals.
So in your speech, you introduced the FREI method, as you've already told. So can you
Yes.
give me a quick overview what it stands for?
Yeah. The FREI method is the first one is financial education. That's the base of all of that, what I do. The second one is the require income cycle. I will go through that in the detail. And emotion management is the third one, and investment strategies are the fourth one. So each step builds on the other one. That's important. And in education provides the foundation. Yeah, that's the basics of all. The risk management ensures the stability. That's in this kind and in this market, it's more important than ever. Efficient investing optimize your returns, and income growth accelerates wealth building. Yeah, that's sort of the four steps. And especially on this or on details, the financial education, I let you know the three most important secrets to succeed in the financial markets. Yeah, that's a really good thing, and I think it's the basic, but you have to understand it. And some people don't know, and they lost a lot of money. And the income cycle is discover how create income streams, no matter of the state of the economy. And the economy has some cycles, and they return every time. And so, if you know what to do in each of the cycle, you can have a good income with that. Yeah, that's important. The
Why is
emotion management.
Yeah, I was exactly curious why it's important, the emotional part.
Yeah, the emotional part. That's very important because we are all people and we have a lot of emotions. And the most of the people are, if the financial markets are crashed, then they are in panic and they sell off, and yeah, that's emotion poor, and it's so important to master your emotions and you master the step to investment decisions without being influenced by emotions. That is so important. And if you buy when the market is broken down, you have the best return ever, and that's one of the things that I will guide you. And yeah, that's the three. That's number three of this one. Yeah, and the investment strategies. That's the last one. Explore advantage strategies. So I give you maybe it depends on the time, but two or three strategies that can give your portfolio an extra boost. And one of them is, for example, to buy when the market is crashed. So that's a good for long-term investors. That's one of the best and in very easy strategy to buy good companies, but you have to buy good companies. You can't buy anything and you can't say okay, I bought a company that's I don't know that I want. You have to buy the company that is very wealthy, and then you can make a lot of return in the short term. And yeah, I think it's one of the best strategy, but you have you need some time to wait for this moment. And actually, we have now one of this moment to buy some good stocks with a good healthy management.
You know what I've heard about investment? One of the advice is that just buy and forget about it.
Yeah, that's
And
one of
then
the
at
best.
some
Yeah.
time, yeah, and then at some
But
time you might be
sometimes
happy.
you're in stocks, you have to check is the management and is the company healthy? But if not, then you have to sell the company. There are some things that you need to know. But if you invest in like a world ETF or something like that, then it's very easy. Then you can buy it and forget it. And in the best case, forget it for 20 years, and then you have a return of 8 to 10% per year.
How do you think AI is shaping the future of investing?
Yeah, yeah, AI and all the new things are transforming the world in different ways. And healthcare is one of the good examples for that. Um, AI is a new way to find diagnostics and preventing care and making treatments more efficient and accessible. And similar with that, workplaces across the industry are being reshaped by automation and increases productivity and reduces costs. So, and these innovations are not only changing the way we live and we work, but also creating significant opportunities for investors. Yeah, that's the other way of the thing. And by identifying these companies driven by that's very very nice, and the freelancers can benefit high returns with these to choose the right companies and participate of these transforming trends. Um, and the concept that now that you mean with the singularity is one of that. And this one takes the transformation even further. Yeah, the singularity refers to point of near future and where AI surpasses human intelligence, and that's an incredible point. And
Hmm.
it begins to improve itself at an exponential rate, and this could lead to some breakouts and can rarely imagine today, such as occurring disease like cancer or solving climate changes with seconds or minutes or hours. But you know what I mean. And this scenario becomes reality. If the scenario becomes reality, we could see incredible economic growth. New industries emerge and existing ones are transformed. And that's a point in the future. But I think it's a point that everybody I told that they say okay, we know, and okay, but I could imagine that. But if you say okay, 10 years before or 20 years before, you never think that we now use an iPhone on the way, we have internet all over the planet and things like that. Meta and all the tools. And the world is changing, and the world is changing faster and faster and faster. And so I think it's not so a long time to reach the singularity point. And for freelancers, this means two things. First, AI tools will continue to enhance their productivity. Yeah, that's the way we go now, and open up some opportunities for the gig company, for the gig economy. Second, investors, they can have some benefits from these mega trends, and they can focusing on sectors like AI, robotics, biotechnology, and renewable energy, for example. And by staying informed about the adapting of these changes, freelancers can secure both professional growth or personal growth and financial success. And I think that's a good combination of these both things, because you can use the best of the two worlds, from AI.
Do you believe that at some point we won't need to work?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe in the future, yeah, this is the point, but I don't know. We look at the IT departments. They say 20 years before, okay, the IT departments, they completely renew our work life balance. And look at this now. I don't know how much, million people working in the IT department, and they build their own jobs. So yeah, they build their own jobs, and they build their own companies. They build their own currencies like Bitcoin. So we build our own world, and this continues. And so we have on the next years, I think, more in the IT, and more people are working in IT. Other people, they work in the normal office jobs, I would say. They will lose their jobs maybe, but in the IT department, we build new jobs at every time.
So get into IT. If you are not there,
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
or
I think
still be a
best way.
doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. So for freelancers who are a little bit of overwhelmed with investing, who heard about investing but never tried, or tried but lost some money and like, oh, never again, I will never do this. So what is the smallest, like one small tiny step they can take right away to on their way to good investment?
I never heard that before. Just a joke. Yeah, that's one of the points that I ever heard at some time. But it's a it's a mind thing. Yeah, the key mindset shift is to see investing not as a burden or risky gamble. So there's sometimes they like it's like a casino, and that's not true. Yeah, um, because it's a good tool for freedom and for growth. And one simple way to start is by realizing that stocks are nothing more than the ownership on the best and the largest companies of the world. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want, and you choose on what company you are a part. You'll be a part of the company. And when you're investing in stocks, you're directly participating of the success of your favorite products and brands. Yeah, if you're a fan of Apple and iPhone or something like that, you can participate on the company. And yeah, I think that's perfect. You can be part of the success story from Apple. Yeah, and I have there some good examples, and I will show you that on the stage in May. And yeah, I think if you were, or I give you another example, investing in the brands that you love, and if you lose using certain tech devices or shopping at specific stores, you can actually own a piece of these companies. I say like Apple or something like that. And the first step to step in is just to invest 10% of your income into a company or in ETF, a diverse investment account, whatever you like. And this creates momentum. Yeah, if you see there's some growth, if you see there is a stability, and there's a small income, that gives you momentum. And with this momentum, it allows you to build wealth, and your brain is changing. Your brain says, okay, that's not a gamble, that's not a casino, it's a way to make money. And so your money, your brain transforming from, okay, that's not a good one, it's transferring to, okay, I can make money with that. And that's a part of the company like Amazon, Apple, Meta, whatever. And then you change and say, okay, that's a good way to invest my money, and it's a good way for my investors' health and for the next 20 or 30 years.
It sounds like you can go and buy a little bit of Apple stocks, a little bit of
Yeah.
Google stocks, and then just add to your LinkedIn investor in Apple or like
Yes, of course.
co-owner in Apple.
Yes, of course. And if you buy some Amazon shares, and next time you buy some products on Amazon, you can say, okay, my stocks are rising up 10%. I have 10% more in my account, so I can say Amazon paid for my for my shopping. Yeah, and you have the products for free. Yeah, that's a mindset shift, and I think it's important to understand that you're participate of the companies, and it's not a gamble. And that's the change in mind.
Yeah. I wish to have the sky's the limit, but time is the limit. So the final question, what is your quick take on the freelance economy and how it will develop in the near future?
Yeah. Um, yeah. The freelance economy is currently facing a challenging environment, especially in Germany. Yeah. And many IT freelancers are actively searching for jobs in Germany. And the issue of the I don't know how to translate it correct. Scheinselbstständigkeit is a German word. I can translate it with pseudo self-employment or something like that. It's a significant concern. Yeah. So, additionally, many companies are hesitate to spend some money, the economic uncertainty, and the next few months are likely become not really easy, but I think some things doesn't change. The expertise of some freelancers are absolutely needed in business, and companies continue to adapt to fast changing markets and technologies. That's what we're talking about. And they will rely heavily on specialized freelance talents to drive the innovation and solve some complex situations. So if you are a freelancer and you have a clear position and you have indispensable experts or you indispensable experts, you find opportunities even in difficult times.
Got it. And you're going to a conference, you're going to Freelance Unlocked, you'll be speaking, you'll be sharing your wisdom. But if you met your friend and they asked you whether they should go to the Freelance Unlocked, what would you say to them?
Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, Yuri. I would tell them it's a must attend event. Yeah, because you have the opportunity to learn from industry leaders, and that's incredibly good. And you have, and then one of the important things in life is networking. So, and in the networking on the conference is the best thing you can do. You can tell with all people of us from all. It's a German conference. Yeah, they're not from all over the world, but from all over Europe or from all over German. And you can connect with minded professionals, and you can, gain actionable insights, and you can transform your freelance career. And if there is the one people that change your life, that's a perfect environment to buy a ticket, I think.
And what is the best way to connect with you even before the conference?
Yeah, of course. And you can use LinkedIn, Meta, all the platforms to connect with each other and stay in contact. And you can do that all over the world. I have a large network with US investors, and we talk every day, or not we talk, we chat every day. And so we are connected all over the world. And that's perfect in the new world. And maybe there's more to come in the future.
Jan-Ole, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom even before the conference, and I can't wait to meet you and learn even more from you very soon in person.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Jury. And I'm looking forward for the conference, and I will be there in Berlin. And nice to meet you there.
And for those who listen, I hope you learn from Jan-Ole's experience already and say thank you to him in person at the Freelance Unlocked Conference on May 14th, 15th, 2025 in Berlin. So go to freelanceunlocked.com, grab your ticket, and meet you there.